Assalamu alaikum students, I am Asra Nafees and in this video we are going to discuss about verbal and non-verbal communication. Let's see what is communication first. Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place, person or group to another. So in simple words we can say that the process of exchanging information or idea from one person to another is known as communication. Now types of communication. The communication is divided into two types, verbal communication and non-verbal communication, and then verbal communication is further divided into oral communication and written communication. Let's discuss one by one. So now, verbal communication. It means communicating with a spoken or a written word. Verbal communication consists of listening, speaking, reading and writing. So we can say that when we use spoken or written word to convey our message, it is known as verbal communication. And telephonic conversation, writing email are the example of verbal communication. Now the types of verbal communication. There are two types of verbal communication, oral communication and written communication. Oral communication. In oral communication, spoken words are used. It includes face-to-face conversation, speech, telephonic conversation, voiceover, etc. So we can say that oral communication takes place with the help of spoken words or speech. Some factors that influence oral communication are pitch and volume. Pitch and volume are the paralinguistic features of voice which demonstrate the mood and intention and the purpose of the speaker. Next is fluency. Fluency tells us about how comfortable you are in using particular language. Next is clarity in articulation. Clarity in articulation is needed in order to communicate. Otherwise, the listener may not be able to understand what you are trying to speak. Next is written communication. In written communication, written symbols and signs both in printed and handwritten form are used. Now, the factors that influence written communication. The first one is writing skill. Writing skill shows how well you express your thought and feeling in a written manner. Next is style. Style can be categorized into formal and informal. Suppose you are writing a mail to your teacher, then it should be written in a formal style. And if you are writing a text or WhatsApp message to your friend, then you may write it in an informal manner. Next is accuracy. When we are writing for formal communication, then we need to be accurate, to the point, avoid ambiguity, and the written communication should be in a clear and crisp. Fourth is well-structured sentence. The sentence in a written communication should be grammatically and lexically correct and convey meaning explicitly. Last is correct punctuation. The punctuation mark play an important role in written communication. Only with the help of punctuations you can identify that the written sentence is a question or a statement. The second type of communication is nonverbal communication. It is a process of communication through sending and receiving wordless messages. It means communicating without words. So how a deaf or dumb people communicate? They communicate with the help of sign language, not with the help of words. Now the types of nonverbal communication. I have enlisted 7 types of nonverbal communication. Let's discuss one by one. First one is proxemics. Proxemics is a nonverbal form of communication which communicate how personal space and the degree of separation that individuals maintain between each other in social situation. We can use personal and physical space to communicate many nonverbal messages including intimacy, affection, aggression, etc. Second is paralanguage. Paralanguage is a vocal but non-verbal dimension of speech. It has to do with manner in which you say something rather than what you say. When we speak, other people read our voice in addition to listening our words. They pay attention to our timing, tone, loudness, intonation to decode our clear meaning. Kinesics is the interpretation of body language and nonverbal behavior related to movement. There are many body signals that amplify meaning between communicators. They include gestures, eye contact, facial expression, postures, and locomotions, etc. Next is haptics. Haptic is a form of nonverbal communication which takes place by using a sense of touch. So we can say that haptics refer to how and what touch communicates. Reaction to the touch varies from person to person. This may vary according to culture as well. For example, a gentle touch on shoulder or a firm handshake or slight kiss on the cheek. Next is chromatics. Chromatic is a form of communication which takes place through the use of color. Color of clothing, product, packaging, or gifts send intended or unintended message to the recipient of the message. Some colors have a cultural association with them. Like in Hinduism, white is the color for mourning, whereas in Christianity, white is the color for celebration. Similarly, pink is associated with girls and blue is associated with boys. Next is iconic. It is a system of communication in which icons or symbols are used to represent word or linguistic concepts. Instead of using word, communication takes place with the help of icons. Here we can use the example of different types of emoticons to represent the idea. Last type of non-verbal communication is appearance. Appearance communicate a lot about both the speaker and the surrounding. Clothing, hairstyle, neatness of the speaker, etc. are taken into account. Surrounding is ambience of the place where communication takes place. So we can say that appearance includes both speaker and the surrounding. Dressing, hairstyle, physique tell a lot about the person, whereas infrastructure, decoration, lighting communicate about the surroundings. Now I would like to conclude this video. Verbal communication and non-verbal communication are interrelated and interconnected. They operate together in communication. Non-verbal communication helps the receiver in better interpretation of a message. In everyday interaction, we use around 35% verbal communication and 65% non-verbal communication. Thank you.